Jam is this close, so I'm specifically making this video for people who know they are not well prepared for the coming exam. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing actionable tips that will help you utilize the time you've got left most effectively and therefore increase your chances of scoring higher in your exam. So welcome to the channel. If you are new here, I'm Wealth. I'm a third year medical student of the University of Ibadan, and I make videos about medical school admission and personal development. So please subscribe to my channel and like this video to see more videos like this. So let's get into the video. I think I know how many of you are feeling right now because I interact a lot with JAMB candidates. Many of you are probably feeling scared, confused, and overwhelmed by the amount of information or the amount of material you need to study to be ready for this exam. And you know, when you have a lot to study, the overwhelming feeling, because you don't even know where to start from or what to do first, this overwhelming feeling tends to even prevent you from doing anything at all, because when you start this particular thing, you'll be like, is this the best thing I should be doing right now? And altogether, most students will just abandon it. And that's why I've always advised to start studying for this exam as early as possible. But now we've gotten ourselves in this situation, there are things we can do to utilize the time we've got left best. But the first thing I want to say in this video is probably not what you really want to hear. The first thing I want to say is that JAMB is not the end of the world. JAMB is just another exam. And you know, regardless of what happens after the exam, there is always an alternative. Hopefully, I'm going to be here with you to guide you throughout the admission process. My point is for you to chill, like relax, take a deep breath. And I know there can be a lot of pressure concerning this exam, maybe from yourself, from parents, from family, like a lot of pressure on you to do exceedingly well in this exam. But this too much pressure might actually prevent you from doing anything well, and that's what makes people freeze in exam and do rubbish, whereas they even know what they're supposed to do. So the first thing I want you to do, and I'm imploring you to do, is to just calm down, take a deep breath, and believe everything is going to be all right. The second and the main reason I'm making this video is how to best utilize the time you've got left and what you're going to be doing in the remaining time to your exam that will significantly improve your performance in the exam. So I'll be putting this video in like 5 steps. Step 1 is to make up your mind to be 10 times more diligent than you've ever been. Actually, many good things are not easy to come by. So if you want to perform very well in your UTM, in your JAMB, you also need to sacrifice some things. You need to work very hard to get it. If this is going to take you deleting your social media, deleting your games, please do it. It's just for the short while, and after the exam you can get all of these things back. Just make up your mind that you're going to be spending most of the time between now and your exam studying. If you are not studying, you should be doing the past question. If you are not doing the past question, you should be brainstorming with friends. If you are not doing that, you should be thinking about what you've read before and trying to recall it. This time, the amount of work you put in this can make a lot of difference. Step 2 is to start solving and analyzing at least a year of past questions every single day from now to your exam day. Past questions can be very, very helpful if you are doing it right. I've heard so many students say, oh, past questions don't help, don't waste your time studying past questions and stuff. The reason why they say this is because their approach to past question is very wrong. What most of those students do is just pick a past question just like this, then open the past question. For example, they are doing 2019, then they will just look at the question and go and memorize the answer. Okay, the answer is B is Hydra. Then they will memorize it, thinking they are going to see this exact same question word for word. But usually the people that set these exams are professional. Even if they are going to repeat questions verbatim, that is word for word, it is going to be very, very, very rare. But the concept is usually repeated. It's very, very logical because the syllabus has not changed in a very long time. The syllabus that's been used in the early 2000s is still what is used now. So that means it's the same concept that was being tested on that will still be tested on now. So a better way to study or to solve past question is to try to solve the past question first. After solving the past question, go to the back and check for the answers, then do corrections. Let me take, for example, I'm doing a particular year of past question, and the options are saprophytism, commensalism, parasitism, symbiosis. I could simply just Google search the meaning of all these things and maybe jot it down in a jotter. That way, I now know a little about saprophytism, commensalism, parasitism, symbiosis. Doing the past question right is very, very important. And if you have a friend you can actually solve past questions with, I think that is more preferable because it is going to make it a little faster. For many of these kind of past questions, they don't really have detailed explanation. So another material which I would recommend is using Jamb Remix series or Lamlad. This one, they have a little more detailed explanation. Or better yet, you can also use Jamb CBT apps. Talking about Jamb CBT app, let me take a minute to talk about our sponsor for today's video. Our sponsor for today's video is Class 54. And Class 54 is a Jamb CBT app which also has WAEC past questions in it. Each of their questions has an explanation, and you can also see what topic that question is from. You can also practice on Class 54 using the CBT mode. That is, you can choose all of the 4 subjects you are taking, choose the year you want to solve, and it will present it to you just like Jamb would on your exam day. And finally, their subscription is reasonable. If you are interested in Class 54 app, kindly search Class 54 on App Store or Play Store because it is available on both Android and iPhone. So go check Class 54 out. I think you're going to enjoy it. And thank you Class 54 for sponsoring this video. Step 3 is to focus on one thing at a time. I know, because you have a lot of things to do, your mind can easily wander from one place to another. You're like, okay, I have chemistry to do, I still have physics, I still have this, I still have that. And this might distract you. So don't do that. Say, okay, this is what I want to do right now and focus on it. If you are doing past question, also focus on it at that particular moment and don't let your mind sway away. Once you start focusing on one bit at a time, before you know it, you would have covered a lot of things. But if you look at the big picture and you are like, oh God, where will I start from? Where will I start from? That's what you keep saying till you never even get anything done. Step 4 is to study smart. Remember, our goal here is not to study all the old Jamb syllabus. It's actually impossible to do that at this point in time. Our goal is to cover as much as we can in the remaining time possible. And you know, there are some topics that you can focus on. I've actually made some videos before now on some important topics you should know in physics, chemistry, biology. You could check them out if you are writing all of these subjects. I believe with the availability of technology, it is easier to learn anything now than it was before. You could easily just take your phone and Google a topic, and you're going to find articles that are going to explain that topic in a very, very simple, concise way for you, which will be helpful. You don't have to be trying to read all the old textbook at this time, and also your choice of textbook too matters. Right now is not the time to pick the biggest kind of textbook. I would rather you go for more concise textbooks like Lamlad. Lamlad is one particular textbook I like because it has been arranged by topic. The explanation for each topic is very concise and there are questions on it. So if you can read the little explanation, then go for the questions and try to solve as many questions as possible under each topic. This is going to make you, go up to speed very, very fast. Besides articles and concise textbooks, you could also watch YouTube videos on topics you find difficult instead of trying to figure out everything yourself. And if you are attending a physical tutorial, now is the time to make friends with people you know are better than you. I know generally you would always find people who are willing to teach what they've learned. And this also works for online tutorial. If you're in an online tutorial, you could always meet people, and joining brainstorming groups where you can discuss and learn things faster can also be very helpful. And yes, for people that have been asking, my online tutorial is still on, and if you're interested, you can join. Actually, right now we are doing a crash course which is like revision of some of the most important topics. You can join using the link in the description or comment section. I'm going to pin it in the comment section. You can join using the link. But any online tutorial that is effective works too. And as you are using all these resources, you are using articles, videos, anything that you know works best for you, you should also be solving past questions. And last but not the least is to start praying. I believe in prayers. I believe God can make things easier for you. And you should not wait till a day to your exam or your exam day before you start praying. Start praying that everything favors you, that you don't fall sick, because sickness can ruin everything and prevent you from actually using what you've learned all this while. That's just it. In summary, the remaining time to your exam, be more diligent, spend most of your time studying, remove unnecessary distraction. If you have to delete your social media, please do delete them. You should also be solving at least a year of past questions every day and do thorough correction. Now you should focus on studying smart. You should take advantage of having people around you, physical tutorials, online tutorials, videos, articles online. All those things can make learning faster for you than it would if you're trying to use the old textbook. Finally, I'm going to tell you again that JAMB is not the end of the world and it is just another exam. I wish you all the best. I wish you all the very best, but whatever happens, there are always alternative to go, alternative routes to go to get you into the school of your choice, probably for the course of your choice too. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to see you in the next video. Please subscribe if you are not yet subscribed. Thank you. Bye.